Welcome back to Escape from Guys, Gals, and Non-Binary Pals. I'm Matt. That's Jake.
Yo.
In this episode, we're getting to the real meat and potatoes of what I call my hell years. But before any of that, Daddy needs some juice.
It's a nice tall boy. Wait a minute.
Yep.
Are you seriously drinking Shiner out of a fucking can?
Well, it's kind of all they had at the store.
I don't know if I should just stop this and kick you out of my house now or not.
Dude, I couldn't find the fucking bottle, okay? I would be chugging shit ton of the bottle, but I couldn't find the big ass one. You know what I'm talking about?
You know, just drink your fucking beer.
Okay. Me
Drink it
gusta.
out of a bottle.
Dude, I want to find that big ass bottle. And just this podcast is brought to you by Shiner. Not really, but hey Shiner, if you want to give us a shout, we got you.
Not a sponsor, but you know, it'd be nice.
Because honestly, Shiner is like the best beer ever.
That's really the only like actual beer I'll drink. I love Shiner. Just I haven't had a solid beer in like Jesus Christ, maybe going on 2 years.
Oh,
Just because my health went to shit.
uh-huh.
Now I'm disabled.
You're
And-
walking like 1970 Camaro, just fine. like you remember the
I'm just falling apart.
dude, you remember the in the first Transformers movie that shitty Camaro Bumblebee transformed into
Yeah,
in
yeah,
the
yeah.
beginning?
Yeah.
That's you.
That's me. You
Yes.
know, but I was on so many meds I didn't want to fuck it up with like any beer or anything, so I just stopped drinking. I don't miss it or nothing. I mean, it'd be nice, you know, every now and then to have one. I did have a Shiner,
Uh-huh.
like 2 months ago.
How'd that go for you?
I had the one and I was already like dizzy and stuff, but it made me nauseated. Like I didn't
Really?
feel good. Yeah, it sucks. But I know it's just a mixture of the medication I'm on, and on top of my I have 2 forms of vertigo.
I didn't even know there was more than one form.
Apparently there is, yeah. And
Jesus
I got
Christ.
2 of them. So
You're playing the game of life on hard mode.
I really am,
Jesus Christ.
but it's okay. Things are okay. I mean, I could be worse
I guess.
for being a COVID survivor, right?
Yeah. Okay. So, where were we last time?
Shit. We were in summer of 2018 and you were crying like a fucking bitch with a skin knee at the end.
Right. Okay, I guess I am kind of a bitch. Hey, I know what I'm.
Nah,
I know what I'm
you're
about.
good.
Okay.
But we're now in fall 2018, Matt. We're starting with what you so affectionately call your hell years.
Ah, yes. Love them so. Makes me wish I wasn't afraid of blood so I could start cutting myself.
No.
Yeah.
No.
Yeah.
No.
Okay.
I used to do that. Shit sucks. Don't do
Okay.
it.
Okay, so to recap, kind of what I remember is that was dealing back and forth with maintenance with my apartment.
Mm-hmm.
Finally got to the program which I thought would be the greatest thing ever. But
The golden underwear program.
the golden underwear,
I must have them.
the fleece of the gods. So, however, the maintenance thing became a non-issue because my roommate Mason, what's up Mason? He brought his dog Piper with him, his lazy ass bulldog.
Are all
And-
bulldogs lazy as shit?
Yeah, it's true. Cause like I remember a few times I would come home from my classes, open the door, Piper's laying on the couch, she'd be laying on her side, she'd pop up like, "Huh? Okay," and lay back down.
Thank God you ain't here to rob the place.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure that she would just do like, "Okay, just don't take the couch."
No shit, right? I'm on the couch. Just don't take it.
we're cool. Okay, so like the last program, I started off in pre-major, basically probation for your schoolwork.
Okay.
And the only way to get further into the program is to do the portfolio review course.
Oh God, that sounds like shit.
It was shit, Jake.
Even when I was in high school, like I never took art classes and stuff like that. I never went to like school for art.
Oh.
I only did it in high school. I went, I got to art 4, all that shit. But then that came along. Oh, do you want to go to college? You go do portfolio, and I was like, I don't want to fucking put together a portfolio.
And I never want to put one ever again. Except for it has a cool ass bag that I could put my stuff in.
Oh, those big ass.
Yeah, the big ass.
Yeah, this is cool.
Although technically this one sucked because it was like those big brown ones that just has a handle and didn't have like a strap or anything.
Oh shit.
Okay, so how this would work is that you would have to sign up for 2 classes in the program, which were, hold on, let me pull it up. I have written notes on this shit.
Are you saying this is how CDP worked?
Where'd you even get CDP from? It was called portfolio design. I don't know where you got CPD from.
I don't know either.
Yeah, that was weird.
I took it from your notes that were written like a goddamn 3-year-old wrote them.
Hey,
you heard me.
don't talk shit about my handwriting. Dude. Actually my handwriting's actually improved.
I refuse to believe that.
I gotta find you some old documents that I wrote.
I
my
refuse.
quick notes.
I transcribed those the best I could.
Oh my god. Which I didn't ask him to do that. He just decided to do it on the whim.
Oh, I can't read your goddamn handwriting.
Well, I did.
Hence why I said how CDP worked. You're like, what the hell does that mean? Like, see, that's why we're here.
Okay, so how it would work is that you would take these 2 classes. Art 1301, which was 2D design.
Of course.
And then Art 1302, which was digital design.
Mm-hmm.
Now, once between those 2 classes, there were 4 projects in each class.
Mm-hmm.
So you put those 8 projects into the portfolio.
Jesus.
And then give them to a panel of judges and they will review. But you're not there to defend your work or anything. You just drop it off, go fuck off, and then a few weeks later, you would either get a pass or a fail.
So you're completely at the mercy of quote-unquote art teachers.
Yeah.
When art is subjective in the first place.
Super subjective.
And you don't even get to stand up for yourself.
You don't get to do jack shit.
That is stupid.
Yeah. So I'm like, okay. But they actually had a class you had to sign up for, which only met twice in the semester. Like the second week of the semester and then 2 weeks later. And it was just so they could tell you what I just told you in, 10 seconds?
So they just did meetings twice.
Meetings twice.
In 1 semester.
1 semester. That was a separate class you had to sign up for.
To kind of give you like the basics and then told you, go fuck off and go do your work.
Yeah.
That's fucking stupid.
And that's a class I had to fucking pay for. But then again, I think that was also the class.
Yeah, but they're clearly not doing anything.
Yeah.
You know? It's just, see, like, I'm the huge pessimist of the family, in case y'all can't tell. So, that's just such horseshit, because you're paying God knows how much for this shit.
Uh-huh.
And then they're just like, oh, yeah, well, here, go do this.
And here's the real kicker, Jake. From what I was told, you could only take the thing twice. You only get 2 chances, and then after that, go fuck yourself.
That is fucking ridiculous.
So, yeah, there was that. And
I'm not a fan.
hey, you didn't have to do it.
Thank God I didn't have to do it.
But
I spell checked all your work, though.
Yeah. But, like, what I thought would give me an advantage was that my professor for 1301, who, for this, we're going to call Jason Todd.
I get it.
Yeah. Which is funny because only one of his names I changed. This motherfucker had 2 names.
Only one he changed. You guess which. Yeah.
Anyway, so this hippy dippy motherfucker. This hippy dippy motherfucker. And when I say hippy dippy, I'm not even like, it's not an exaggeration. I showed Jake a picture. Now, imagine if Willie Nelson tried to join ZZ Top. That's what this guy was.
And then fuck Santa.
Yes. I don't know where you brought that from, but yes.
I don't either. I just was thinking beards.
So, but not only that, he was one of those like hippy dippy art teachers who would like, so why do you think it worked? What makes you think that?
Jesus.
I'm like,
Sounds like my fucking high school art teacher.
I'm like, I guess I did it because it's cool. But like, you're the teacher. You tell me.
Yeah. See, and that's what I mean by it's so subjective. Like you can teach the basics of art and stuff like that, but ultimately, I don't feel like you can really teach it. You can teach history, fine. You can teach history, the masters, the basics. You know how to mix all that crazy shit. Mm-hmm. But as far as
you can teach science, you can teach math.
Yeah, that stuff's written in stone. But with art, it's really subjective. I mean, did you hear recently that some dude, I can't remember where the fuck it was in the world, he actually sold the first invisible sculpture for like over $1 million.
Are you fucking kidding me?
No, I'm not fucking kidding you.
Oh my god.
This is what I mean by it is so subjective.
Oh my god.
Yeah.
Okay. So not only did, for this project, for all your works in both of these classes, they would also want you to mount your work onto a board, onto like black mounting board.
Yeah.
And they wanted you to have specific dimensions for the board itself. They wanted it to have a margin of 2 inches above your work, 3 inches below your work, 2 inches to the left, and 2 inches to the right of your work, and mount that for turning in your project.
Right.
So that's like.
I mean, I think that's with all art, really.
Yeah, but
even in school, like they had to do it, and then they told us like, oh, it's called matting.
Yeah.
And
which that's fine, but
yeah, that's fine.
But then not only that, they wanted you on the back to have a art label.
A beer kicking in, huh?
Yeah, already. Jesus Christ. So they wanted you to have the art label, which had your name, your class, who you took it from. They wanted you to title your work, and to give an artist statement describing your work.
See, like, to me, it's all clashing. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, they want you to do a statement, but they're clearly going to judge it anyway.
Yeah.
You can't defend why you did.
And also, you don't see, like, Alex Ross giving an artist statement for his covers.
Lord knows you don't have to.
Yeah.
Good Lord.
You don't see Joe Mad whenever he makes a comic.
Yeah.
He gives an artist statement about why he decided to draw a tree over in panel 3 but not in panel 5.
Yeah.
It's like, so like, why do I have to write this? Like, in the real world, which they're trying to prepare me for, you don't give an artist statement unless you're actually doing stuff for like a museum. Because if you're doing
like if you're doing like a museum piece, or you're being published, you need to talk about it, something like that, I would think.
Yeah, but even then, when you go to do a museum piece, everyone's always like trying to come up with their own cockamamie reasons for why they did that.
Yeah, absolutely. Even me, when I used to do art shows for a living. For like a good 5 years, almost 7 years, I did art shows for a living around town. And even then, people would be like, "Oh, this represents this and this." I'm like, "No, it doesn't. It represents I need you to buy this.
Yeah. It represents I need money, bitch,
so I can feed myself."
Yeah, but actually, one of the things I didn't put on the notes was I have a picture of the portfolio bag, which has all the images, or all the works that I have. But like, one of the things that I hated was also this is pass fail, and yet this one motherfucker is giving me like, what do you think? How do you feel?
Yeah.
But then,
it's not gonna matter anyway.
Yeah. But then my other teacher, Vic Rodriguez, who I am gonna name because he was cool. If you're going to state and you want to pick this, go hit up Vic. He's fucking awesome. He would also give you like critiques, suggestions, not demands.
See, that's what you do. Because as I can see right here in my notes, it says a quote, and Vic was cool as hell.
Yeah. He was awesome. And here's also another kicker about the portfolio. So we have to have 8 projects in total, right? But if you feel like one of the projects from school is lacking, you could sub one out, only one, and put in a wild card of your own.
That makes sense.
Yeah, so something good.
Something to show your originality, kind of.
Yeah, you got the stuff.
Yeah.
You got the stuff. You got the stuff. So here are some.
You got the stuff.
Oh, you got the power. So here are some of the projects I had. For 13-2, there was a pictograph system.
Okay.
Where you would, the project was you would take 4 animals from like a zoo.
Right.
And pretend you have to make symbols for like a map. Like the giraffes are over there, the foxes are over there, elephants that way. But only use it, no words, just simplify the animal to where it could be like an icon. Something like that. Yeah, that was one. Then there was in 1301 a dust cover, making like a cover for a book.
Oh, okay.
So like the project was you would find a book, make a cover based on it, and then make the wrap to wrap around the book.
Oh, I see. Okay.
Yeah, so like
I was gonna say like a Mrs. Bear's book cover. Is that what we're talking about?
No. Like you have to make the cover, the spine, designed the cover, designed the spine,
Yeah.
designed the back.
Design like all the work for it. And
Yeah,
everything.
all the work,
Okay.
like the inside picture, or either a picture or like a brief like artist statement.
Right.
Not artist statement, like the author statement.
Yeah. The shit that's on the back and all that.
Yeah, on the inside of the book.
Yeah.
Which actually, that one was really fun.
Yeah, that sounds pretty cool.
That one was fun. Then there was the 1301 type with Jason Todd. Todd.
That mass motherfucker.
That Lazarus pig son of a
That
bitch.
son of a bitch.
So like, okay, so the type one was you have to find text from a magazine or something,
right,
and use those texts to make an image.
Is that what you fucking sent me?
Which time?
The letter one?
Yeah, the letter one.
Because I remember when you were doing these, you would send me stuff to see what I think about it.
Yeah.
And I saw that.
Because honestly, you're the person I trust the most with this kind of stuff.
Oh, I appreciate that. Because I remember you sending me that stuff, and I'm like, is this a fucking ransom note? Has he lost his shit finally?
Not yet, my friend.
Because it looked like
That was only 2018.
Because it looks like it looked like that serial killer ransom shit, like when you
Yeah.
cut letters out and shit.
Yeah,
That's
like
what it looked
make a form and stuff. So
I
I'm
was like, fuck, do I rat him out now?
then there was the concept in form,
that already pisses me off.
and you can already guess whose class that was in.
I assume it was fucking Jason Todd.
Yep. And so what this project was, you're supposed to go out, take pictures, pick one you liked, turn it black and white, print it out, and then on like a light board,
Right.
trace it in ink.
What?
Yeah, like recreate the picture.
Yeah, I know what a light board is. Just
But use like trace it
mm-hmm.
and only use black and white to recreate that picture you took.
I can't just drop the contrast in Photoshop and make it look like ink.
I tried.
That's what
I
I would
thought
have
about
done.
it.
That's what I would have done.
I thought about it, but then but at this point, this was like the first project in the semester.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm like, I'm just going with it, having fun.
I guess I'll try.
Yeah. So that was actually kind of fun.
Yeah.
But, wait till what happens.
Yeah.
Then there was letter forms, where like you would reinvent letter faces for sans serif and serif fonts, but like using images. Like how Google sometimes does that thing every now and again where they change their logo to be something.
Yeah.
And like they do specific images for.
Yeah.
Yeah, something like that.
Yeah.
But with only one individual letter.
Just one letter.
Yeah, one letter.
Well then.
Yeah, then there was opposing forces, which is exactly what it sounds like.
Good versus evil.
Yeah, but just like you do whatever, like
Yeah.
soft and hard, fragile, unfragile, sturdy.
Yeah, fragile, sturdy, all that kind of
Yeah.
shit. Yeah.
Yeah, that kind of thing.
I
Then
saw your
put-
face. I wasn't gonna give you shit. You're good.
Dude, I can't tell him. I can barely tell with you when you're gonna give me shit or not.
Nah, you're good.
And then there was
These days, I ain't got the energy to give many people shit.
then there was a vernacular type poster.
What the hell is that?
Kind of like what the serial killer one that you said.
Oh, okay.
But instead of like making it into like a flowing poster using different kinds of fonts that you would find in the wild, not just from a magazine,
Oh, okay.
and you would just make like a big poster out of that.
Right.
But then, so out of all of this, the third project in the semester,
He's got his hands up, people. This is
the
gonna be
third
big.
project
This is gonna be big.
was called a Japanese folding book.
Oh.
This fucking thing is what the first thing that almost broke me.
Uh-huh.
Because the first two projects in the semester for both classes, I was getting like an A and B, super good.
Right.
Like, they only have like minor critiques for me, and whatever the fuck Jason was talking about.
Hell, it's in my notes. You were getting A's and B's right here.
Yeah, like A's and B's. And then whatever hippy dippy shit Jason was, like,
Yeah.
when he wasn't trying to hunt down the Joker.
Yeah.
So, this Japanese flipbook was, you're supposed to find somebody to interview,
Right.
and preferably in their field,
Mhm.
so that way you could take pictures. But the kicker was that you would make a book, like this like specific style folding book, off of that interview.
Right. I remember you asking me questions about it. Was that what that was for?
Yeah, I think so. No, not that one. That one was later.
Oh, okay.
Because this first one, this interview was, I went and interviewed this person at my mom's work,
Right.
where she works at Valero Energy,
Right.
And I started speaking to someone in their graphics department who would do all the printouts and all that stuff.
Right.
So I interviewed him, took pictures of all his work, or most of his works that he had available, and then I was supposed to take that interview, take the pictures, and put it into the book, but use minimal text. Don't be writing like the whole story. Don't be writing the whole interview, he told us.
That sounds
complicated as shit.
Yeah.
Like, making it was fun, like having to punch holes out, having to weave, like take thread, and like sew it together, kind of thing. That was kind of fun.
Right.
And it turned it in, and this was the first project where I got a C- on the thing.
Dun dun.
I'm like, what the fuck? So then I talked to Jason Todd about it, and he's just like, well, the concept is there, but it's just lacking. I'm like, lacking what? It's just lacking. Lacking what?
What the fuck?
Yeah, it's just like, it just put...
It can't just up and be like, shit. Like, you need to fucking say something.
Yeah,
like,
just tell me, like, you didn't like the colors, you didn't like the concept, you didn't like the layout. What the fuck do you want?
Same concept with, like, I used to manage a GameStop. And the people that worked with me, like my normal, floor people, I could have just walked up to him and go, yeah, your work is lacking. Well, what part of my work? There's a shit ton that we do here. Nah, man, you're just lacking.
It's like,
what the fuck?
Is it my shirt? Is it the hair? Is it the pants? Right. What? It's not like if you go up to someone who you're attracted to, because I don't want to discriminate or anybody. I'm not trying to be PC. So if you go up to someone you like, and you say, "Hey, how you doing?" and they just say, "You're lacking." It's like, what?
That's kind of fucked up.
Yeah. So I'm just like, okay, whatever. So I'm like, so is this? And I asked him straight up, so do you think should I put this in my portfolio? He's like, that's up to you.
Well, what the
fuck?
What the shit?
And of course, I would ask him because I know he's on the board of like judges.
It sounds like this motherfucker's on the board, and it kind of went to his head.
I guess.
Because ultimately, you're just on the board for college. Like, you're not.
And again, this is not me like 2 years into the program. This is me trying to get into the fucking program.
You're not even in it yet.
Yeah, I'm not in it. This is me trying to get into it.
Fucking hell.
This is like, I'm trying to deal with the fucking bouncer at the club. And he's just like, no, bitch, you're lacking.
Hey, man, I got a fucking link in here that says otherwise.
So I'm like, so then I go to my next class, and I look like fucking anime when they're just shocked and like speechless. I'm just like,
oh shit.
I'm just sitting there, and then Vic walks up, and he's like, Matt, are you okay? I'm like, no, I don't know what I'm doing. Like, now I'm worried about this fucking portfolio thing. Because this has a C, and all Todd said is that it's lacking.
Right. What did he say about that?
He's like, what?
Even he was like, what the fuck? That's all
he was like, what? It's like, hey, it's okay. It's just a thing. I was like, no, man, I only get 2 chances at this. That's 2 semesters of student debt that I could be falling into.
Yeah.
Just for this.
Yeah.
And he's just like, hey, are you really that worried about it? I'm like, yeah.
Why wouldn't you be? If you can only take it twice.
Yeah.
That's it.
And now I have a C.
And you got a C. And at the same time, you're still doing all your other shit.
Yeah, I'm doing all other different classes. Of course
you're going to be fucking worried about it.
So I'm like it's a full load, so that's like 4 or 5 classes.
Yeah.
2 of which are these 2 classes. So like, and he's just like, is everybody else worried about this? Because everyone in those classes were taking the portfolio too.
Shiner's a motherfucker, man.
I know, but it's so good. I love it.
So
I love it.
It's so good.
I love you, Shiner.
I hate you, motherfucker.
Call me, baby. Call me, Shiner. So like everyone in the class is like, yeah, we're fucking worried about it. And he's like, huh? Okay, well, how about this, guys? I'll push back our current project's due date, and then next class, you guys can show me what you got, and we can discuss it one-on-one.
See that?
That's a fucking good teacher.
That sounds like a good teacher.
And he would give us like his recommendations for what he thinks we can improve on. Ask us how we feel about it. Like Just help us.
Well, that's the only way to
Help me.
Yeah, that's the only way somebody's gonna improve. Like, you can't just go, "Oh, you're lacking. Adios." Like, you need to fucking give them a focus. You can't just up and do that.
So then I finished all my projects near the end of the semester. I'm like, okay, I don't know about this book, so I'm gonna leave it out.
Right.
And then I'm going to, for like one of my other drawing classes from community college, I had this what was it, this colored pastel picture of two birds that I drew, because one of the projects was having to do it like square by square,
right,
like in a grid, but upside down.
What?
I don't know, dude, but it actually came out pretty good.
I said, how did they know you're doing it upside down?
Because we were in the class
and
they were watching us, but
assholes.
She was kind of cool as shit. Anyway, so I put that in there, and I write in the statement, all of that. You know, all these statements I'm writing, like, you know, just normal, minimal descriptions. So then I put that in. I passed all my other classes.
Nice.
I put it in the portfolio, and then I drop it off.
Right.
Oh, and all the way. This entire time, still getting water overages from this fucking campus, from the fucking outpost. Can't forget that shit.
Whole time you're getting water overages.
Time.
You got the shits from fucking anxiety.
Shit for fucking sleepless nights. I haven't discovered melatonin yet, so there are nights where I'm just just sitting there in my sweat, just like, am I doing it right? What am I doing?
How am I doing? How am I doing?
I have to also prioritize how much money I want to spend on food, on supplies, on action figure hunting. What do I gotta do?
Well, shit.
Like, what do I gotta do to survive? So then I finally turn it in December, I think it was December 2nd or something. And then I go home for Christmas. I go home for the holiday breaks. This is great. I'm relaxed. I'm like, okay, it's out of my hands. Jesus, take the wheel. Jesus, take the wheel. I'm good. So
no, Jesus, it's a tree.
Yeah, little did I know, Jesus ran over a pothole, and now we're going off the bridge.
Little did we know Jesus was driving drunk.
So then I get the email saying, you failed. You failed the portfolio. You're allowed to take it again next semester. So I'm just sitting there like...
That I remember. I remember you telling me about that.
But it doesn't say...
You were fucked that week.
But it was like... All it says was that you did not pass.
Yeah.
You're allowed to take it again next semester. It doesn't say how, why.
No focus whatsoever.
No focus. No critiques. No nothing. It was just that, like 2 sentences.
Yeah.
You did not pass. You're allowed to take it again next semester.
You failed. Take it next time. Deuces.
Exactly. That's what it was. There was nothing to for me to improve. It was no notes. It was nothing.
Oh, that's fucking
terrible.
terrible.
It was nothing. So I'm like, what the? I had to fucking beg Jason Todd for days to give me some critiques. Like, how do I improve for next time? What did I miss? What did I do wrong?
Yeah.
And then he was like, okay, fine. And he gave me a date. Come see me at this time on this date. I'm like, okay. So, but that day was my cousin's graduation.
Mm-hmm.
So I go to that at first. And then I literally running like fucking the $1 Million Man. Just like running my ass off after that. I missed the graduation lunch.
Oh,
which was
man.
at Kent Black's, by the way.
Son of a bitch.
Yeah, the most delicious brisket you could ever have. It just crumbles in your mouth, Jake. It crumbles. It crumbles.
I wouldn't know. I don't leave the house much.
So I go there. And by the way, I forgot to mention that Texas State, it's on a fucking hill. The school has 85-degree slopes. There are 85-degree slopes, Jake, that for the entire semester, I've been walking.
Who built this fucking place?
A Satanist, apparently. Because I was fucking running up the fucking Whitesnake music video. Here I go again on my own. Just running.
Gonna talk to this son of a bitch?
Yeah, just talk to this hippie motherfucker.
No, Hippy dippy motherfucker.
Hippy dippy motherfucker.
It's right here in the notes. You gave me the notes.
Right there.
You need to stick to it.
So then I run up there. I'm like, okay, I'm here. little sweaty, sweaty, because I was running up slopes to get there.
Right.
I'm like, okay, thank you, Mr. Jason Todd. What's going on? What's going on? He's just like, so the panel thought that you were lacking in concept and form, Mr. Fierro.
That is still the most open-ended horseshit.
And I'm just like, what does that mean? Like,
yeah.
We feel that you weren't really clear in developing your concept, and your form was not connected to your concept that you. I'm like, what does that mean?
I'm out.
I'm like, we feel like you could also work on your statements more, and you should look into more of what other design works. Have you seen this journal? He pulls out like a magazine, design work journal kind of thing, like an art journal kind of thing.
Right.
And I swear to fucking God, he opens it on a random page, and this book that they're showcasing.
I got a feeling you're about to blow up my mic.
This book that they showcased, which was what they consider the pinnacle of design work, was a hardback cover book, a white hardback covered book with slightly raised text. It was a white page. It was a fucking white book. If you saw this, you're like, oh, this is probably someone's sketchbook. Here, let me draw on it.
And it was just embossed.
It was just slightly embossed. Enough so that if you look at it at certain angles, there'd be a little bit of a shadow. That's so that you could see the little smoothness of how clean the page is and how unpurified. I'm like, are you fucking kidding me? I could have turned it in a blank sheet of fucking paper.
Yeah.
Mounted it.
And I saw the projects that you sent me. They were good. You put a lot of fucking work into that.
Yeah, because
that's just embossed shit. Like,
the only thing,
but it's all subjective is the problem to me.
But the only cool thing about that book is that when you actually looked at it, like on the spine, and like looking at like how the book was laid out, it kind of looked like stairs. Mm-hmm. Like one section was like this big, next section was like a bit bigger, and then the last section was like from to the entire cover, kind of looking like stairs. Yeah, I'm like, okay, that's cool. If you capitalize on that instead of it looking like a fucking blank, like sketchbook,
looking like a blank and ship Hallmark card is what it looked like.
Yeah, it looked like a fucking blank Hallmark card. So I'm like, are you fucking... Again, I could have mounted some white paper, maybe even just put a little Sharpie dot in the center.
Right.
Maybe then I could have gotten into the fucking program.
I hate to say it, but you probably could have. Because from the sounds of it sounds like they're those type of assholes.
Yeah, that's exactly what it sounds like.
Yeah.
But then again, I don't know how many judges were on the panel. I don't know how many liked my work. I don't know how many disliked my work. So,
yeah.
Like, did I pass by, or did I fail by 1? Did I fail by 2?
Yeah, you don't know how, to what extreme, that you passed or failed.
Me gusta.
Good Lord.
I'm actually almost out.
Yeah. He's just a tall boy. You got a sandwich in your back.
Yeah. So then after that, he's like, "Do you understand what I'm saying, Mr. Fierce?" No, I don't. He's like, well, that's what the panel felt you were lacking: concept and form. And maybe you could write out your concept better. So I walk.
Maybe you can kiss my whole ass.
Yeah. So I'm walking because also to put it into perspective, at that point I was in like a nice like suit.
Yeah.
Because I was just at graduation for my cousin.
Right.
So I'm walking home. I'm walking from the school all the way back to the outpost where I parked my car because I knew I would get out later because I want to be attending the fucking lunch. Mm-hmm. Or actually, I thought I would be just getting to the lunch late. But after spending like almost an hour and a half with Jason, Todd, like him just blowing smoke up my ass about what I'm missing, which was those 2 things. And like, so I'm walking home and I'm stewing on this. I'm like, what the fuck does that even mean?
Yeah.
What does that? And then I get back to my apartment And I'm just sitting there for a good 30 minutes, just thinking, lying down on my bed, like, what the fuck do I do? And this is like December. There's nothing I could do except for sign up for next semester. And I passed both of those classes.
Okay.
Like, and that's another thing. I got A's and B's on those other projects. So, what else can I do?
Yeah, no shit. And this thing that you applied for was like a focused program, though, right?
Yeah.
Right. But you're doing well in everything else.
Yeah, like I'm doing well in both.
I don't get it.
I'm doing well in like the course classes, like math, science, and all that.
Mm-hmm.
And then in these classes too, like with Vic, the lowest grade I ever got was a B plus with Vic. And with Jason, all I got, the lowest I got was a C, but I didn't put that project in.
Right.
But I still got like an A for the course in general. So I'm like, but you gave me a fucking A on that project. Why was it not approved?
Then fuck them. You don't need them.
So I'm like, oh my god.
That's how my brain works. You know, like you're doing great in art class and all that stuff, and all your projects over there, but all of a sudden you go to this focus thing over here where there's got fucking panel members and Dickless Todd over there.
Yeah.
And fucking, it's so subjective. They won't give you a solid, you know, what's what. And well, then it's clearly you don't fucking need them then.
Yeah. So I'm like, what the fuck else can I do? So I'm just sitting there, and then that's all I was thinking for all of December. All of Christmas, I was putting on a fucking fake smile for everybody, but in the back of my head, I'm like, what am I gonna have to do?
Yeah.
Like, do I have to fucking sleep with one of the professors? Is that what I have to do?
You have to nuzzle that dude's beard is what you're gonna have to do.
Probably. I probably have to groom that shit.
You gotta get them snacks out of it.
Oh my god. And I also forgot to mention, Jason Todd, he had a fucking Linus shirt. That's how much of a hippy-dippy motherfucker he was. And I'm not talking about Linus, like, Linus was on it. No, I'm talking about, like, a red and blue striped t-shirt that he would wear, like, every other week. All he needed was the fucking blanket, and then he would be hippie Linus.
I hope that didn't. I hope Linus didn't turn into an asshole art teacher when he grew up.
Maybe he did. Maybe he turned that blanket into, like, a ascot.
Oh, God.
And he was just like, yes, your work is lacking.
Oh, man.
You Hispanic motherfucker.
He wouldn't do that. You take it back.
Oh, God. But then, so then I was pissed, by the way. So I'm just like, okay, these motherfuckers want a war? They want an artist statement? I'll give them a fucking soliloquy.
And then he went pressed ham on his office window.
Oh my god.
That's what you should have done.
I probably should have. No, this is art.
You should have dunked your cheeks in paint and just fucking right on the glass. I got your fucking concept and form right here.
The form of this ass.
Form of this ass.
Oh my god. You can take my art, but you can never take my ass.
Tell him, Milo.
Oh my god. Oh, so I'm like over there like feeling like Nathan Explosion, hair in my face. I'm like, I'm gonna go to fucking war. Bottles and chains with you fucking bastards. So, it was a fucking nightmare. And that's just the beginning, my friends. This is, like I said, this is the Battle of Hoth right now. The next battle is the Battle of Sky City for me.
Man, all this shit, we're still in fall 2018,
It's barely getting into when I lose my fucking mind.
We're barely getting, probably getting into about October.
But thank God that AEW started when it did, so I had something to at least look forward to during all of this.
Yeah, it's pretty good shit.
Yeah, like I had something to look forward to when I'm not dealing with Red Hood over there.
Motherfucker.
Motherfucker. Oh, did you actually ever see that DC anime movie, The Death in the Family?
I think I did.
The one with it had all the cool multiple endings.
I did, but I didn't see the multiple endings.
Oh, they're so good.
Because I saw it and I was like, oh, this is just the greatest hits, and I turned it off. I didn't know there was multiple endings.
But it was like if they took the style of Batman Under the Red Hood, and just decided like, let's just make a shit ton of cool endings for that movie, where it's like you can have the good ending, you could have the crazy ending, you could have the bad ending.
Okay, I'm gonna have to check that out then.
Oh, some of them were so good. There's like one where Batman and Superman are talking in a diner about all this that's going on. And one where Jason Todd becomes the Red Robin.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
I loved Red Robin. That was cool.
Yeah, and like, but instead of being like the cool Dick Grayson Red Robin, he was like a gun-toting, I'm gonna avenge Batman's death.
Well, fuck me running.
And he's fighting, and he's going like ham against fucking Two-Face.
Okay,
cool.
I have to check that out.
Yeah.
And that's part of Death of the Family, right?
Yeah, that's called Death in the Family.
That sounds pretty badass.
And they still had like the Bender Joker. What's his name again?
The Bender Joker.
The guy who played Bender.
Oh, John DiMaggio.
Yeah, John DiMaggio comes back as Joker, and he was pretty cool.
Yeah, he's pretty badass and everything though.
Oh yeah. So then, like, I'm just trying to find things to escape all of this madness. But then, here's a real kicker. Something that I forgot to mention. Back in October of all of this, the Outpost sent me an email saying, "Hey, don't forget to re-sign your lease."
Oh Lord.
So I'm like, "Oh, okay. I signed in January, so it must be from January to January." So I like re-sign it. Cool. Little did I know that was gonna fuck me over.
I have a feeling that's gonna start a whole new batch of horse shit.
That's gonna start a whole new batch of horseshit, Jake. Because I only re-signed my lease twice out of the 3.5 years I was there.
Jesus.
I only signed it twice.
Okay.
And yet I'm still dealing with it. I just paid my last rent not even last week, this Thursday.
And this is from December of 2017. We are now...
No, 2018.
Okay, so now
December 2018.
We're talking spring 2018, right?
Yeah.
And we are now in July of 2021, everybody.
Yeah.
And he is still dealing with this shit.
I'm like, I have to turn in my keys July 25th, 2021. That's when I can finally turn in my keys and be done with this nightmare.
Time to do a brick thrown through the window.
Dude, but not only that, July 25th of this year is a Sunday. The office is fucking closed on a Sunday.
Man, they're just have to fuck you over and over again.
And not even in the fun way.
Not even in the fun way.
But next time, Jake. Next time I lose my fucking mind. This is the semester where I lost my fucking mind because this shit gets nuts.
I lost what you already got left.
What I got left, my friend?
That ain't much. Here he goes again.
Watch The Owl House. It's a good show. It's fun.
It's a pretty good show. Here he goes again.
I'm out of beer.
Is that a beer?
I'm out of beer.
Well, until next time. Until I learn to level out this fucking him blowing out my mic. We will see you in the next episode.
Bye-bye.